All right, what's going on, everybody? So UFC 313 is this weekend, and it should be a very good event. So I'll be giving you guys my predictions and breakdowns to how the fight should go. And the hoodie is up, so you know that means I mean business. But real quick, before I get into the video, 90% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you like influencer boxing, UFC, or boxing content, I post 3 to 4 times a week on this channel at least. So make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you. So if you guys are new to the channel, I only predict the fights that I know I can predict. I don't pull anything out of my ass or make any predictions I don't know. So if I skip any fights that you want to predict, I apologize ahead of time. I'm just not going to lie to y'all. You know what I mean? Alright, so the first fight that I'm going to be talking about is King Green versus Mauricio Rufy. Now, Rufy is on a tear right now. He seems like a big prospect in the UFC. He's a part of the Fighting Nerds, as we know. And as we know, King Green, he just likes to scrap it out. But this is not the fight for him to scrap it out because he's known for jiu-jitsu, but he doesn't really use it like that. From what I know, he has a lot of submission wins, but for the most part, he just likes to throw hands and brawl. But this is not the matchup for it. Like I said, Rufy is nasty at striking. He has incredible boxing, flashy kicks, and all of that. He's a part of the Fighting Nerds. They all seem to have it figured out over there, whatever they got. They got that special juice that Paulo Costa says. So, yeah, King Green cannot strike with Rufy. That'll be a very bad idea. So this could be a fight where we see King Green
That's all, folks.
not cutting it, utilize his jiu-jitsu. But yeah, he could maybe test Rufy on the ground because literally every single one of his finishes is by knockout or TKO. So maybe his grappling hasn't been tested yet, and King Green could do that, but obviously, if I'm going to bet on it, I'm going to go by Rufy by stoppage. Maybe even early because King Green's on a bit of a fall off right now. He's getting older, so I'm going to go Mauricio Rufy by TKO in round 2. All right, now the next fight, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Now, this was supposed to be Gaethje versus Hooker, which would have been such a good fight. Oh, my Lord. It was like the perfect matchup. Everybody loved it, and unfortunately, Dan Hooker got injured, so... But this is a pretty good replacement fight, but I find it very interesting, this fight, because this has already happened, and early on in their first fight, Fiziev was giving Gaethje work, showing his real speed and just fast combinations in general, knees, all the above, and he ended up gassing out near the end of the fight, and Gaethje ended up pulling away with the decision. So, overall, this is a very shady fight, because this is hard to pick, because like I said, Fiziev is a lot faster than Justin Gaethje, but he hasn't been very active recently. He hasn't fought since September 2023. So basically 2 years he's been out of the octagon. I didn't know that before this. So that really switches things up because activity is king in my opinion. And Justin Gaethje obviously fought Holloway in April of 2024. Had to take some time off because he just keeps getting brain damage. But yeah, man, this is going to be another great striking matchup. It's speed versus overall power, Justin Gaethje. But the activity from Fiziev is just worrying for me. It's kind of hard for me to pick Fiziev when he hasn't been in the ring for almost 2 years. I'm sure he wasn't just sitting there on the couch. That's not what I'm saying, but how good is your gas tank going to be when you haven't been there for that long and you already have a suspect gas tank in general? So if I were to bet on it, it's probably going to be very similar to the first fight. I think that Fiziev is going to start off very quickly and maybe even gas out. Maybe he will pace himself, but if you pace yourself against Justin Gaethje, you could just get caught. So, man, this is a hard one to predict like for 100% certainty. So, I think I'm going to go Justin Gaethje. Actually, you know what I'm going to say? I think Fiziev is going to be more cautious in this fight, and it's going to cost him. So I think I'm going to go by Justin Gaethje by TKO in round 3. This is a fight that could really go either way. If Fiziev just doesn't burn out and fights how he did in the first fight, he could just outclass Gaethje the entire fight. Fiziev is a very good fighter, but his gas tank isn't great, and he's been out of the octagon for a very long time, so you just can't really bank on that when they're that inactive. So, yeah, I'm going to go Justin Gaethje by TKO. All right, now for the main event of the evening, Shama. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Now, this fight makes me a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie, because Alex Pereira is one of my favorite fighters. I know, such a crazy take, right? But As we know, Magomed Ankalaev does have wrestling in his bag, but he just doesn't use it. He just doesn't use it like that because he just likes to throw hands. But obviously, in this fight, it wouldn't be a very good idea. So, overall feelings about this fight. I think Magomed is going to try to wrestle for once. He literally needs to, in my opinion. Yes, he has the power to hurt Pereira. Pereira has shown to be chinny at times, but that was usually at middleweight. At light heavyweight, we haven't really seen it yet. Yes, he got dropped by Khalil Roundtree, but it was more so an off-balance thing, I believe. I don't think it was, he just caught him perfectly. It wasn't really like he was rocked or anything. He got right back up. So, yeah, Ankalaev definitely has the boxing to hurt Alex, but he's not going to be able to land on him, I don't think. Alex Pereira is going to outclass him on the feet. You know what's interesting? Jan Blachowicz has given both of these guys kind of problems when they fought. Blachowicz was eating up Magomed's leg with leg kicks, and as we know, Alex Pereira might have the greatest leg kicks in the UFC right now. So I definitely think that Alex Pereira is going to be utilizing his leg kicks a lot in this fight, which is probably going to be the main reason why Ankalaev shoots in this fight. I think his legs are going to get eaten up, and he's not even going to be able to close the distance because of that. If he tries to strike with Alex, I could see it being a very quick night, maybe round 1 or round 2 knockout. But I do think he's going to mix in wrestling and maybe even make it a sleeper fest. But the thing about Ankalaev is he hasn't got one submission win in his UFC career. This could be the first, but if he goes to the ground, I could see him going for more of like a ground and pound approach, trying to gas out Alex and then maybe bring it back to the feet. But yeah, I think Magomed's main game plan is to gas out Alex on the ground. I think Alex Pereira's main game plan is to eat up the legs and obviously get the knockout. But how do I see it going? I pray to God that Magomed doesn't win because that is just not entertaining champion in my opinion. And Alex Pereira is such a big face for the UFC. It would just be an overall net negative if Alex Pereira loses this fight. They wouldn't be able to do the John Jones fight, or really the super fight we want to see, John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, if that happens. Even though Dana doesn't like the idea of Alex Pereira going to heavyweight, which I kind of agree with. I think that's a bit too much for him. I think that Aspinall just ragdolls him at that weight, in my opinion, even though I love Pereira. Yeah, man, if I were to bet on this, I'll go Alex Pereira by knockout in... I can see Ankalaev being durable, but against Alex Pereira, there isn't a lot of durability. If he lands, and you're just fucks. So, yeah, I'm going to go Alex Pereira by knockout in... It'll be really sick if he gets him out of there early, but I don't see that happening. I say like he doesn't do that, but I just think Ankalaev is a bit durable. Knockout in round 4. I'm going to say that Alex Pereira knocks out Ankalaev in round 4, assuming that Ankalaev doesn't control him on the ground the entire fight. As we saw, again, Blachowicz gave Alex Pereira problems. Some people called that fight a robbery. I don't care because I bet on that fight at the time. But he wasn't able to get up much on Blachowicz, and he was getting out-grappled. And Ankalaev does have a Greco-Roman wrestling background, even though he doesn't like to use it. So there is a slight chance that this is a boring grapple fest on Ankalaev's part, and he just ruins the whole thing. Or Alex Pereira just sleeps him in a very entertaining fashion. So that's why I want Alex Pereira to win, but I also think he will because I think the low kicks are really going to mess with Ankalaev, and then he's going to throw one of those high kicks upstairs and get him out of there, and that's my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to go Alex Pereira by knockout. Let me know if you guys agree down below in the comments. All right, so those are my predictions for UFC 313. Do not parlay my picks, even though I'm pretty sure I got them all right last time. Just, again, if you already believe the stuff that I say, then sure. But don't just take my word for it. You know, I'm just some YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be the reason you lose money. You should believe, like, I should be, like, the second reason why. Not your first reason why. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just didn't want to predict every single fight on this card because I don't want to BS any fight predictions I didn't know. I was thinking about predicting the Jalen Turner fight. Cannot pronounce the other guy's name. It might be one of the reasons why I didn't talk about it, but it really is a 50-50 fight in my eyes because they're both very good strikers, and I don't know. I just wouldn't know 100% to call it, so I just didn't predict it. Hope you guys understand that. Let me know what you disagree or agree with in the comments down below. I love debating in the comments, so it's not any hate if you disagree with any of my picks. Don't think that. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video for more posts like this, turn on notifications because the algorithm's iffy with that kind of stuff. Make sure you guys follow my Twitter because I have 0 Twitter clout and I want to get to the point where my tweets actually matter and I'm not tweeting to anybody. There's dope Twitter communities in the small creator scene that I've met, but I would like to get some of my YouTube subscribers on there. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram for like personal stuff, I guess. You guys could follow my Snapchat if you want to see more, I don't know, more of my yapping, I guess. So all my socials are down in the description if you want to go follow them. So yeah, man, hopefully 313 is a very good card. Hopefully Ankalaev doesn't make the main event boring and make it a grapple fest. Let me know if you guys agree about that take down below. I know some people love watching people stalled against the cage the whole fight. You guys just love that shit. And those are the same people calling boxing boring, by the way. I keep an eye on those type of people. You think boxing's boring, but you think stalling against the cage is entertaining? Interesting. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. God bless every single one of you. And peace out. I'm a sin, huh? I'm a sin, huh? I'm a sin, huh? I'm a sin, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Lord, forgive me for what I'ma do. You can't even please her, I gotta go prove. I'm finna go see her, I'm making a move. Finna go deeper, she feeling the groove, huh? Yeah, very funny, cause the boys that she picking are really astute. The bitches be basic, it really ain't news. People are soft and they finna get true. Worry about me and I steady improve. She look at be sleeping, I'm really that dude. Got this man geeking, they give me a boost. Rubber, I'm taking, I'm rapping like Zeus. If he come pull up, he getting a two. Hope he don't funnel me losing the tooth. Hope he don't rubble me, need a masseuse. Shout out to Jerry, he finna get juice.